thanks to the support as a channel member, Jason Odendahl. Now, the maths on this is pretty simple, really. We've got 2 games left in the season. We're 5 points clear at the top of the league. We play second place Olympiacos on the last day. So although playing them is a worry, if we beat Panathinaikos in the first game, they can beat us 8-0. And it doesn't matter. We can just focus on the Europa League final then. So really, we want to be winning this at our place. First game, relax for the second half of the episode. Hello and welcome to part 47 of the Greek Odyssey. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have those final 2 games of the season against Panathinaikos and Olympiacos. Since you were last with me, we've just played the 1 game against PAOK and we made hard work of it for the longest time in this game. I thought we were going to lose and really make the last bit of the season interesting. But thankfully, LeBrou and then Marola both stepped up to score goals to secure us the victory. So this is what the league table looks like. 5 points clear of Olympiacos. We play Panathinaikos first, then we play Olympiacos. A win against Panathinaikos puts us to 83 points. It then doesn't matter what Olympiacos do in their other game or against us, we win the league. So win the next game, win the league for the first time in the club's history. That's all it comes down to. And this is the team that we're going to be sending out there to try and win the league. It's going to be Mendy in goal, a back four of Kalapitas, Michaelis, Lawson and Juan, LeBrou at the base of the midfield, Duffy and Bozic ahead of him, Dura, Damien and Marola as our front 3. There's been a few calls down in the comments section for replacing Damien. My response at replacing Damien is he's scored 36 goals this season and been called up into the full England squad for the Euros this summer. So Damien's quite good. Let's not replace him. Every striker goes through a poor patch. Damien is one of the best strikers in Europe, I guess, on that basis. Right, what can we say? Panathinaikos are first for form at the moment while we're 5th. Goodness me. I don't want to talk about winning the league. Let's assertively do that one. There you go. We've gained some confidence from that. That's important. We need a win. I still don't know after all these years in Greece whether if we're level on points, it's done on goal difference or head-to-head. I think it's on head-to-head, which means if we draw this, we then have to beat Olympiacos, or at least not lose to Olympiacos, because if they beat us, their head-to-head is better. So a win, if we lose here, Olympiacos can then beat us on the last day and win the league as a result of it. So it's very, very important that we win this game against Panathinaikos, or else, I don't know that I'll ever recover from it if we manage to blow this. That would be so sad. Marola's in! And Marola with his 28th goal of the season. If Damien's good enough for the England squad, scoring 36 goals as a striker, surely Marola, playing out of position all year and getting 28 goals off the wing, has got to be close to the Italy squad. Surely. That's another very good finish from Marola. Puts us 1-0 up, and that league table looks absolutely stunning at the moment. And Ica ahead against Olympiacos, which is also huge. Our city neighbours, the team that started it all, the team that Mrs Wearmouth went to play for all those years ago when he left home. I mean, it would be quite poetic if Ike helped us out in our hour of need. Juan heads forward to Marola, who brings it down nicely. He's looking for options ahead of him. Was looking for our captain, Dura, but couldn't find him. It was a poor pass from Marola and leaves us under a little bit of pressure, but Michaelis deals with it very comfortably. And it's now Bozic in midfield, playing it back to LeBrou. LeBrou looking for options ahead of him. He's got Duffy, Bozic, Dura's there. There's Damien. And there is number 37 of the season. I don't know what the dance is. I don't care. I didn't expect to be winning the league inside the first 50 episodes of this series. So the fact that we're now touching distance away from it, the trophy is surely in the ground right now. Because let's face it, it's not needed anywhere else. If we don't win it today, they've just got to move it 15 minutes down the road to Olympiacos' ground for Saturday. So the trophy is lurking. It's spent a lot of time with Olympiacos in recent years. It's time it saw somewhere new, and we might be bringing it to the Georgios Kamaras Stadium, which hopefully is our forever home. Hopefully we scrap ideas of this new ground. And I've not mentioned the new ground for a while. It's because we've not had any news on it for a while. The latest update on the ground, if I go on the facilities page, is that we're still looking for planning permission for an 8,000 capacity stadium. Absolute madness. Right, Duffy, that's a bit of a problem because we're going to need him for the Europa League final. He is arguably our best player, even though Damien's the one who's grabbing the headlines and getting into the England squad. If I were Duffy, seeing Damien getting called up for England, I'd be a little bit disappointed because I'd be thinking I was probably as deserving as he is. Bozic with the shot that goes just wide. Ike still ahead against Olympiacos. I think it's happening, boys and girls. I said we'll just win it against Panathinaikos and relax for the second half of the episode. I said it jokingly because I knew it wasn't going to happen. But Ryan Lawson makes it 3-0. The homegrown boy. Ryan Lawson, lovely header. Hopefully we can bring him home permanently at some point. He's on loan again for another year. I would be very happy if he never plays a game for Manchester City and joins us permanently this summer or next. I'm willing to spend big on him to bring him back because he's such an important part of this team. He has been throughout the entire save. We don't want to have to live in a world without him. Right, Miner's going to come on for Marola. Marola can go over to the left-hand side where he's equally come. If not, I would say Marola's arguably even better over on the left-hand side. So I'm quite happy pushing him over there. Ike still ahead against Olympiacos. It doesn't matter as long as we win. I'm dropping the praise. The fans are going absolutely nuts right now because they know what this scoreline means. We're making history here, boys and girls. Mendy makes the save just to make sure we don't want any worrying last few moments. We just want to sing our hearts out for the last 10 minutes of this game, knowing that we're a special side doing something very special. We're going to bring Androutsos on for those last 10 minutes, and we're just going to have a jolly good time. Androutsos is going to feel vindicated, making the risky switch to come to Apollon 3 years ago when everyone thought he was insane and it would ruin his chances of being a Greek international going forward. That he came here and he's going to be rewarded with a title-winning medal. LeBrou never left when he had the opportunity to. He could have gone to play for Chelsea. He could have gone to play for Milan, but he chose not to. Damien and Duffy and Marola and Lawson, they all kept committing to coming back on loan. This is a wonder. Jura was insane signing for us permanently. It's just a team full of these little stories of players who had to have been nuts to have ended up at this club. But here they are, and they're about to make history and become heroes. This club will go on to bigger and better days than this one. But these players will always be the heroes who got it done for the first time. We blazed the path. I'm excited, as you can imagine. Chirivella with the corner. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it's not gone in the back of the net. It's another corner. That's fine. We'll take another corner. It's going to be Chirivella going over that side to take this one. He's looking for Damien, and it's headed into the hands of the goalkeeper. It's actually a pretty decent save from their goalkeeper. Chirivella with another corner. And who's he aiming for this time? It's Damien again, but once again, it's into the hands of their goalkeeper. It doesn't matter. We'll take heading practice all day long. Thank you very much, because there's not a chance this is being messed up from here. I think Olympiacos have equalised in their game against Ike, because I think they were on 75 points before. Panathinaikos we can't imagine if we mess this up after the speech. Oh my word, we can't mess it up after the speech. I don't want to know. It's a player called Kevin as well, just to really rub salt into the wound. Olympiacos have equalised. Panathinaikos have the 1 goal back. Neither of those things matter because Apollon Smyrnis are the champions of Greece. That is possibly my greatest achievement in Football Manager. To have done that as quickly as we've done it in this save, absolute insanity. And the season's not over yet, because now we've got the chance to get another one over on Olympiacos. We play them at their place on the last day. We don't normally take a huge away following. Everyone who's ever been to an Apollon game should be heading out to Piraeus. Is that what it's called? Piraeus, that place. We could start walking and be there by Saturday comfortably, because we need to make some noise and really let Olympiacos know that their dominance of Greek football is over. Apollon are here and we ain't going anywhere. And then, of course, tomorrow which will be a premiere. So a weekday 11 a.m. premiere is going to be interesting. Early lunches, folks, because tomorrow is the Europa League final against Tottenham, which is a potential route directly into the group stages of the Champions League. Duffy's going to miss that game, which is a big blow, a really big blow. But there's your confirmation that we've won the league. It's our best ever league finish. Mrs Wearmouth is over the moon. I'm surprised she hasn't rung me. Phone's just sat there silent. Now let's go and beat Olympiacos, I guess. Well, here's some news for you, folks. I was just having a little look to try and find the UEFA coefficients. I still don't know where they live, but I noticed this. We're going straight into the Champions League group games as champions. We don't even have to win the Europa League. Now, that shows that the coefficient has been improving, because that certainly wasn't the case in previous years with Olympiacos. They've always had to go through the qualifiers. So clearly the performance in Europe of mainly Olympiacos, but also us this season, has already increased our coefficient to that point. I don't actually know where you look to find coefficients, though, so we can see how it's actually improving. There doesn't seem to be a way to search for it. Do we look at the competition itself? So if we go and look at, I don't even know how to look at the on here. How do we find the Champions League? Let's just type it in. Champions. So Champions League. The coefficients on here. Seedings. That's club coefficients, which isn't really what I'm looking for. If anyone can let me know where you find it, let me know. But we've definitely been up to the amount of qualification spots we get. The Greek league is going places. Let's just have a look at the profile of that. We're up to the 12th best league in the world. Is it on here? No. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Let's just play this game. We've had to make a couple of changes, or we've had to make one, and we have made one. Etebo coming into the midfield to replace the injured Duffy, and we're also bringing Kios back in at centre back, just because he hasn't played for a little while. Michaelis has been very much the starting man for this run-in that we've been on. And it would be nice to give him a little bit run out. And Kalapitas suspended as well, so we're giving a game to Petros Fusteliarakis, who isn't going to ever be good enough to play for us. But we're a little bit light on depth at the fullback positions. So let's avenge what happened last time we played Olympiacos. It doesn't really matter. The only reason this result matters is two reasons. One, we just want to send a final. We want to put an exclamation point on this season to really show Olympiacos who's boss. But also, we're thinking in terms of form and morale going into that Europa League final. We don't expect to get anything out of the Europa League final, but I guess we can dare to dream a little bit, just on the basis that we do have some exceptional players. If Damien's good enough to be in the England squad, that means he should be good enough to score against Tottenham. And if Damien's good enough to play well and score against Tottenham, then Marola is. And because Damien's not that much better than everyone else in this squad. So it's going to be interesting. We might have more of a chance than I think we do. We're 1-0 down against Olympiacos, but it's not going to stop the couple of hundred Apollon fans that are probably squeezed into this ground from singing. We're making more noise than they are, and we're having a very nice time doing it. Right, Fusteliarakis finds Etebo, back to Kios. Kios to Lebrou. Lebrou back to Kios again. Etebo, Lebrou, Bozic, playing it into Damien, and you'd put money on him to score there, or at least you would have done in the early part of the season. Second part of the season, he's still not back to his best. Hopefully he's saving himself for Tottenham. Jura with the corner. Lawson's there, but the header is straight into the hands of their goalkeeper. We've had a couple of good opportunities to end out a very even first half. Let's assertively say again that we're supposed to be avenging what happened last time we played this lot. We'll have a look in a second as soon as we can to see how many fans have actually travelled. You know what? We've brought over 6,000 people here. You don't get a lot of away fan in Greece usually, but for us to have over 6,000 fans that have travelled, we really are making more noise than Olympiacos are. We've got like a quarter of this stadium are Apollon fans, and we're singing a lot. and having a very nice time. Right. We are also losing. And I know it doesn't really matter, but I am looking ahead to the Tottenham game and just thinking it would be nice. It's nice to rubber stamp the season. Chios. Greek international Chios, of course. To Jura. Jura now running forward. Our captain can't quite keep hold of the ball, and Etebo also misses out in midfield. But Lebrou with a very strong challenge from Lebrou. That's what he's there for. He's currently in the process of signing another new 5-year contract with us. So Lebrou is here to stay. I know we've got a lot of these boys who are in on loan, and there's going to be a rebuild job needed at some point. If we're not able to loan them anymore and we're not able to bring them in permanently, there's going to be a huge gap left in this squad at the end of next season when Lawson, Duffy, Damien and Marola all have their loans come to an end. And we obviously don't know at this stage whether we're going to be able to extend them or not. But Lebrou is going to be a constant. We know Lebrou's not going anywhere. So that's a nice thing to know. Right, we really don't have anyone who can play left back. As much as I want to take him off. I am going to rest Lebrou, actually. Bring on Chirivella to play in there. Kawami's come on as well for Damien with Marola going up front. We're gonna demand more. I want the lads to realise that this is still important. It's still a game against Olympiacos. We still don't want to lose. That being said, Jura can come off. We're going to give Capone a very rare run out because unlike Minor, he's actually here next year at the moment. I mean, realistically, he won't be. We'll be looking to move him on in the summer, but he has the potential to be. And there's Fusteliarakis, who, if he thought there was any chance of him playing in the Europa League final, having not played for us for years, there goes his chance because he's now picked up an injury as well. And once again, as has been the theme of this season, we have lost to Olympiacos. But it doesn't matter because we won the league. And tomorrow we have the Europa League final. And this crazy season could get a little bit crazier yet, which would be awesome. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.